Simulan mo ngayong umaga ng may ngiti para dumaloy agad ang positive vibes. Yan, ngiti pa! Uy, huwag ka nang mahiya. Ayan, di ba mas masaya? Sabayan niyo ako, #HappyLaugh. Ako po si Valerie Tan, ang inyong tagapaghatid ng mga kwentong Pinoy Antibok dito sa iHeartPH. Sa pagpapatuloy ng ating Build It Right series, simulan na natin ang pader ng inyong bahay. Pero hindi yan basta-basta tinatayo, ha? Ano nga ba ang may papayo ng ating mga eksperto? Kasama ang ating guest host, Robilson Fernandez. Oras na magkaroon ng pundasyon ng isang bahay, sunod na hakbang sa pagbuo nito ay ang pagtatayo ng walls o pader para masigurong ligtas at matatag ang isang bahay.
Of course, our walls protect us from the natural elements that we face every day. Mahalaga yung pag-build ng wall sa mga bahay natin kasi first is pinoprotektahan tayo sa ulan and then sa strong winds, especially pag typhoon season. Second, syempre nagproprotect din to sa pollution from outside, mga allergens, mga smog, pests, as well as syempre yung privacy and security natin.
Well said, Architect Nins. But as a fan of drama and theatrics, let me, Robilson Fernandez, add a little bit of a dramatic flair to your explanation by sharing to our viewers a tale that's old as time. Okay, well, maybe not that old, but it's a story that's been told to us countless times as children. The story of the Three Little Pigs. Robilson's version. What? All right. Other than the narrator, I'll also be playing the role of the Big Bad Wolf in this story. Only because, well, there's no one else available to do so. All right, let's see here. Once upon a time, there lived three little pigs, tasked by their mama pig to build their own homes to keep them safe from harm. The harm being, of course, me, the Big Bad Wolf. Now, one of the pigs built his home using just straw materials. The other, just made of sticks and twigs. While the third piggy, well, he built his house using bricks and a lot of structural reinforcements. Then one day, me, the Big Bad Wolf, well, I got hungry. Let me in, I say to the first piggy. No, he says. So I huffed and I puffed and I blew his house down. The same thing happened to the second piggy. I huffed and I puffed and I blew his house of sticks down. Now for the third piggy, I huffed and I puffed and I blew on his brick house. And again, one more time, I blew on his brick house. Well, I give up. This house, well, it's just too sturdy for my lungs. It's hard playing the bad guy. Well, I hope you got my message across. And back to you, Val and Architect Nins. Whew.
Salamat, Rob, for that very creative presentation about the important role of walls para sa ating mga bahay. And like the Three Little Pigs, meron naman talagang iba't ibang materyales na pwedeng gamitin sa pagbuo ng pader sa ating bahay. Yun nga lang, kung mahina at walang anumang uri ng reinforcement, tiyak titiklop talaga ito. Pero dito sa Pilipinas, ano ba ang pinaka-common?
In the Philippines, yung concrete hollow blocks or CHB ang commonly used. So, CHB is already engineered na mag-adapt sa climate here in the Philippines. CHB itself is waterproof and soundproof. Pero, it depends din. You should double check also your openings like your window sills or your door sills.
Architect Nins, ano ba ang dapat natin i-consider pag nagpapatayo tayo ng walls ng ating bahay?
You should hire an expert mason for your project. You should consider the materials, the quality of your materials to be used for your walls, katulad sa concrete hollow blocks natin. For exterior walls, we use 6 inches thick of concrete hollow blocks. And for the interior, we use 4 inch of hollow blocks. And for the walls where the plumbing passes, we use 6 inches thick of CHB as well. Of course, importante na mag-hire tayo ng experts sa paggawa ng building natin to ensure din na to build it right on the first time para maiwasan din natin ang possible na changes or let's say leaks or mga unwanted na scenarios sa paggawa ng bahay natin. In order for everything to be properly made para mas safe po siya.
Now that we know the basics, pag-usapan naman natin kung paano pa further mai-improve ang wall system ng ating dream home sa pagbabalik ng iHeart PH. Nabili mo ba ang mga materyales para sa ginagawa niyong pader? Oops, sandali lang ha. Ano ba ang tips ng ating mga eksperto? Take it away, Rob! Mahigit 3 dekada nang nakatira sa bahay na ito si Edwin Portela. At kitang-kita nyo naman na talagang pinaglipasan na ng panahon ng tahanan, lalo na ang mga pader nito.
Sa katagalan po, ganito na talaga, magbabakbak na talaga po ng ganito. Kasi pag nire-renovate mo, malaking gastos po ang gastusin mo dito pag nagbago po ng plywood.
Gaya ng sinabi ni Edwin, pinagtapal-tapal na ordinaryong plywood at kung ano-anong kahoy ang materyales na kanilang ginamit sa pader ng bahay. Wala namang problema doon because we adjust to whatever budget that we have.
Yung wall system naman, or let's say our selection of walls depends on our budget and the availability of materials in our place. Of course, there's such a thing as low-end, mid-end, or high-end na materials na pwede natin ilagay sa ating mga walls.
Yun nga lang, hindi ito na-maintain at naalagaan nila Edwin, kaya naman panay sakit ng ulo ang dulot nito sa kanila.
Malulutong na po ate yung mga pader sa katagalan po. O katulad to, nababad sa tubig, bumigay.
Edwin really seems to be stuck in a jiffy. I wonder if there are any steps or techniques we can do to avoid such a hassle. Any suggestions, Architect Nins?
We should ensure our walls to have ledges as well, overhangs, para hindi pumasok yung tubig ulan sa bahay. As well as adequate openings or windows para may airflow sa loob ng bahay to avoid molds.
Pero hindi lang aesthetic at structural integrity ang problema ngayon ni Edwin.
Pwede mong baguhin po at para di anuhin po ng daga o ipis. Minsan mapasok sa gumigiyor sa sa mukha ko. Takot yung mga pamangkin ko na babae. Kung ginagawa ko po, ini-sprayan ko kagad.
Sa pagpapagawa ng bahay, syempre, i-consider din natin yung cost and availability of materials. If you opt for native materials, it's okay. Kunyari, gamitin mo yung wood or bamboo. May mga termite protection din tayo ng mga solutions na pwede natin i-apply para doon.
Dahil sa sira-sira at manipis na pader, maging ingay sa labas, rinig na rinig din daw nila Edwin. Bagay na lalo nilang kinabuburyo.
Ang ginagawa ko, pag maingay dito, nakaganon yung punda sa tenga ko. Yung parang wala kang naririnig. Magsawa kayo, maingay kayo. Sabi ko sa kanila.
Gusto nating i-soundproof yung bahay natin. Pwede natin siyang i-double wall. For example, let's say, lagyan natin ng foam boards. From those framings, lagyan natin din ng spray foams. Of course, there are factors also that can help to soundproof or minimize the noise in your property. For example, curtains, para walang noise na papasok sa area.
Really helpful and insightful, Architect Nins. Galing mo. Now, any other tips you want to share to our viewers to make our homes more comfortable?
So, yung treatment mo sa walls is to paint it with cool tones such as white, beige, and anything light colors so that maliwanag siya. In result, hindi ka gaano mag-use ng electricity or your lighting, so makakasave ka ng electricity bill. And also for our walls, maglalagay tayo ng openings para din may natural ventilation. Mas sustainable at magkakaroon ng magandang flow ng natural air sa bahay.
Structural integrity, safety, comfortability, and peace of mind. Ilan lang yan sa mga nabibigay ng isang maayos na wall system sa ating bahay. Kaya naman para mahimbing ang inyong pahinga, make sure to consider lahat ng tips na na-share namin sa inyo ngayong araw.
Sa pagkakaroon ng maayos na wall system is magkakaroon tayo ng peace of mind. Pag maganda yung pagpagawa ng mga walls natin and everything in our house, mas maganda syempre yung tulog natin,